bring them back.
Okay, come back, guys. Paul!
Whoa, Smith.
Paul!
What the hell's going on with his body? The pressure? Liquefied?
What is that thing?
All I know is that it was eating a dead body and then it came at me.
Ev, what are you doing?
I'm just looking for...
No! See?
Looking for its mouth.
Is it still alive?
No,
Because I will kill it.
I think I just touched a nerve.
Nora, how much further do we have?
200 meters away from the bottom.
It doesn't have any eyes.
How are they attracted to the light?
Oh my god, look at those.
Maybe they're like moths.
Underwater moth.
It's like talons. I think this might be a new species.
Should we get to name it?
I shot it. I'm naming it.
I've never seen sea life like this, John.
Mr. Furlong,
Present.
found something on the football field. Thought you might want to take a look.
It's a pelagic organism.
What's pelagic?
Sea-dwelling organism. Exactly. See, I don't recognize the surface tissue at all. Casey, I don't want to blow smoke up your butt here, but I think you found a new species.
Hey, Stokely, maybe it's from your planet.
Don't blow me blood apart.
Whoa, did you see that?
What is he doing? Ka-ching.
That's Professor Myers.
He ran the Atlantis shuttle program. Why, did you know him?
Yeah, he helped me out with research on my book.
Oh, well, that must have been before his accident.
Myers is dead.
Oh, yeah, 2 months ago. He was one of my most avid listeners, and he had it all figured out. Everything the government was doing, where and why. He even sent me a map.
A map for what, Charlie? What's the map for?
They're building spaceships, man.
I'm sorry, I'm making Aquatica sound like some kind of mental hospital.
No, not really. Well, maybe a little.
The truth is, it is. But almost everyone here is top of their game. Living below is like living in space. You don't get very many mistakes. Living below is like living in space. You don't get very many mistakes.
Antarctica. It's the least explored, least understood continent on Earth. In winter, the sun never rises. In summer, it never sets. 5.4 million square miles of frozen desert, home to the driest place on Earth. Average winter temperature, 20 to 90 below. Barely anything can survive here. No native people or land mammals. Not even a single tree. But in spite of the worst conditions on Earth, humanity is working to scratch out a presence.
been acting really strange. Especially the faculty.
Tell me about it. It's like they've all turned into fucking pod people or something.
To what people?
It's an invasion of the body snatchers. Small town gets taken over by aliens. That was a joke.
Look, what if it really happened?
What really happened?
I think something's taken over our school.
The Body Snatchers is a story somebody made up, dingus. It's located in the fiction section of the library.
Yeah, and so is Schindler's List. Look, all fiction is based on some truth, right? What does Miss Berg teach us in English 101? Write what you know. How do we know this writer guy
Jack Finnick
didn't encounter aliens in his high school, which led him to write a book about an alien invasion?
Your conspiracy theory is flawed.
How so?
Well, Jack Finney's The Body Snatchers is a blatant ripoff of The Puppet Masters by Robert Heinlein, so you can completely disregard that entire work.
Whatever. The point is, they're here, they've been here, and they're here again.
You know, Casey, I think you've interacted with the flagpole one too many times.
Look, how do you know there's not a conspiracy? Look, maybe the X-Files is right. You know, where do all these movies come from anyway? How do we know Spielberg, Lucas, Sonnenfeld, Emmerich haven't been visited by aliens? You know, maybe they're aliens themselves. Maybe they're simply preparing us for what's to come.
You know what, Casey? It's fiction, okay? It's science fiction.
Exactly. Everybody gets hung up on the science part, which has nothing to do with it. They're getting at us through the fiction.
So, aliens have just been setting us up over the years, creating this happy little make-believe existence with their E.T. and their Men in Black movies just so that nobody would believe it if it really happened.
I think so. Yeah. Well, you're not buying this, are you?
No, I'm not. But it's kind of cool.
Okay, so what's missing?
Well, in the Body Snatchers, they were pods, but where are they? Where are the pods?
There are no pods. There's gotta be something else.
In Puppet Masters, they were parasites.
Parasite is defined as an organism that can live in or on organisms of another species, is host, and benefits by deriving nutrients at the other's expense, or a person who habitually relies on or exploits others and gives nothing in return.
Casey, come out, wherever you are. You know, in my world, Casey, there were limitless oceans as far as the eye could see. Beautiful home till it started to dry up. So I escaped.
This smells lovely.
Now I want you to listen to me.
I'm listening to you, Nancy.
I am not seeing things. I know I saw what I saw. And I know it was turning into you, Jack. All right, now that body that we found.
That flower. Where did you get that?
In the, place where the other
Just
flower.
stuck in there?
Yeah, why?
Jeffrey gave me one of those last night.
So what?
There was a customer, Mr. Gianni. He brought one of those to the bats.
So what?
Put it down, Jack.
It's a pod with a flower on it.
I could not find that flower in any of the books I looked in.
Jack, put it down.
It's a pink flower, honey.
It could be toxic. Look it, I have seen these flowers all over. They're growing like parasites, or they're growing like parasites on other plants. All of a sudden, where are they coming from?
Outer space?
They're not coming from outer space.
Why not, Jack?
They're not coming from outer space, Nancy.
Why?
Well, what are you talking about? A space flower?
Well, why not a space flower? Why do we always expect metal ships?
I've never expected metal ships.
Look, there's bound to be other ways they can get into our systems.
That's right. They could be getting into us through touch or through their fragrance.
We would never even notice it. Not from the impurities that we have. I mean, we eat junk and we breathe junk.
Look, I don't know where they're coming from, but I feel as though I've been poisoned today. You've got to take those flowers in and have them analyzed. This is the only thing we know. There's something here.
Now, they could start getting into our systems and screwing up our genes like DNA, recombining us, changing us. Of course, this is just the same way those rocket ships landed thousands of years ago so those spacemen could mate with monkeys and apes and create the human race. Of course, this is just the same way those rocket ships landed thousands of years ago so those spacemen could mate with monkeys and apes and create the human race.
represent 3 distinct life forms.
3 different DNA types?
Yes, including the being's brain. The body tissue is human, as far as we can tell. The gray flesh encasing it is organic material, some kind of bioengineered spacesuit. What it resembles, oddly enough, is placental tissue.
Which makes sense, given that placenta is a life support system, and that basically, in order to survive in our environment, the being had to be born here, in its human form. They must have come here in the past and obtained a DNA sample from a human subject.
Now please, tell me, why have you come to our planet?
Your planet?
Yes, this is our planet.
No, it is not.
No one would have believed in the early years of the 21st century. No one would have believed in the early years of the 21st century that our world was being watched by intelligences greater than our own. That as men busied themselves about their various concerns, they observed and studied. The way a man with a microscope might scrutinize the creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacency, men went to and fro about the globe, confident of our empire over this world. Yet, across the gulf of space, intellects, vast and cool and unsympathetic, regarded our planet with envious eyes. And slowly and surely,